Hello, and thanks for joining us for a special holiday edition of Good Day Ascension News. I'm Rosie Ford in St. Louis.
And I'm Candace Evans in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We begin today with a spirit of gratitude and inspiration. In Nashville, Tennessee, aspiring young medical professionals hope to create a ripple effect that will shape the future. Here's our colleague, Holly Charles Pearson, to tell us more.
Hello, Candace and Rosie. I'm here at Meharry Medical College, a historically Black college in Tennessee that brought more than 200 middle school students for an event called #Goals. That stands for Go Out and Love Science. The event was hosted by the Ascension Foundation and included fun medical-related activities designed to inspire and empower students to pursue professions in the medical field.
Come on!
We are here with the students to make sure that they get the full exposure to see that you can go into a STEM major. You can be a doctor, you can be a scientist, you can be a dentist, you can be whatever you want.
Let's go! Push!
My favorite station has been the CPR because I like enjoying or having the information on how to save someone's life.
This is such an exciting event for us because this is truly an extension of our mission together. Improving the community, improving individual lives, we have to start early.
It makes me feel happy knowing there's people that look like me or around me that can have opportunity to do what they do.
It's important to introduce all children, but especially children of color, to these exciting careers earlier because sometimes they are actively discouraged from thinking that they can pursue these kinds of careers, and we really want to flip that.
Meharry medical students, many of whom also came from diverse backgrounds, led the activities for the middle schoolers. Candace and Rosie, back to you.
What an amazing event, made possible through the collaboration of Meharry and the Ascension Foundation.
The Foundation is a national philanthropic organization designed to develop, support, and promote activities and initiatives that focus on the root causes of health disparities.
This is really the next extension of our mission. And it's really a way for us to reach into the communities, really look at the root causes of these health disparities, and make long-term investments for generational change.
Through the resources of our national foundation, we'll be able to invest in programs and services and partnerships that will serve individuals far beyond our current footprint.
The Foundation also works with more than 40 market-based foundations that continue to support and strengthen communities across our healing ministry. You can find out more by visiting theascensionfoundation.org.
There are many paths that inspire people to serve others in healthcare, and sometimes that journey begins through their experience as a patient. 15 years ago, Kevin Morton was a victim of gun violence. He was shot while walking to his car after work one night in Detroit. Thankfully, a trauma team saved his life. The experience prompted him to become a trauma surgeon. Now, Dr. Kevin Morton trains residents and care teams to use specialized equipment to deliver top quality care for trauma victims. Dr. Morton also serves as the medical director at Ascension Macomb Oakland Hospital in Michigan.
In Illinois, a story of life-saving generosity. When Ascension, Illinois Pharmacy Director Chris Stalin learned he was a donor match for a man with advanced stage liver cancer, he shared a life-saving gift. Chris donated 60% of his liver to Dan Drosch, even though the two did not know each other. Now the men continue to share a special bond.
My wife and I saw this as an opportunity that we could help someone out to spend more time with their family, spend more time with his kids, and then to be able to spend time with their dad.
Chris and Dan recovered well from their surgeries. There's also another reason to give thanks. Dan is cancer-free now as a result of the liver transplant. Pregnancy can be a stressful time, especially for a mom whose pregnancy is not considered routine.
That's when clinical expertise combined with compassionate, personalized care can produce the best outcomes. Here's Jamie's story.
I was pregnant with our 5th baby, but due to my age, I was referred to a fetal maternal medicine at Ascension St. Vincent, and that is where we found out that I had a diagnosis called placenta accreta. At 34 weeks, I was admitted for the delivery of my son, and even though my regular OBGYN could not deliver me because of the complexity of my situation, she came to surgery the day of. I was very emotional. And she reached out and grabbed my hand and held my hand all the way to the OR. And I think that just kind of shows the love and compassion that the doctors offer. When I woke up, I was alive, and he was alive, and nothing else mattered. And we finally got to begin our lives as a family of 7.
Jamie's is one of several stories supporting a message of connected care for all women. It's part of Ascension's recently launched marketing and communications campaign in Indiana and other markets.
Patient and associate safety have long been a priority for Ascension.
I want to take a moment to reaffirm our commitment to work together, to find ways to make care even safer for our patients and each other.
Ascension President and CEO Joe Impeachike, along with senior leaders Dr. Richard Fogel and Sally Deitch, recently reinforced our system's commitment to safety and high reliability.
Our commitment to constantly improving the safety and quality of the care we deliver is part of the fabric of our ministry.
That's why we are amplifying high reliability principles as a way to ensure better outcomes and enhance the care we provide.
Ascension leaders also cited leadership rounding as an important example of a practice we are implementing everywhere across our system to support our culture of safety. In Texas, artwork on display in Austin celebrates the blessings of Ascension's pediatric hospital. Here's a look at mural artist Mila Sketch creating her latest work. Mila is no stranger to Dell Children's Medical Center. She has previously painted a treatment room and also teaches art to some of Dell Children's young patients. Every year, she also creates a special art piece with patients that is auctioned at a fundraiser.
Rosie, I love that, and it's such a great cause, too.
And that time-lapse footage is just fascinating.
There's so much more Good Day Ascension news after this short break. We'll take you to a program that feeds your body and keeps your budget healthy, too.
It's incredible what those surgeons can do. I feel so much better now. I feel like I'm 15 years younger.
And meet a Tennessee patient whose gratitude comes straight from the heart. We'll be right back.
I have been at Ascension 42 years. It's a fabulous place for a new nurse to learn and grow.
I wanted to get another degree, and Ascension helped me get that.
I had some really great dynamic leaders that just made an impact on my heart.
Having that support really helps me feel like I can be who I am. I choose Ascension
because it's a community of caregivers.
Because of its mission and values.
Because it's my calling.
Something exciting is cooking in Wisconsin.
Ascension and our food and nutrition services partner, Touchpoint, are teaming up to offer a farmer's market and cooking demos in Ascension, Wisconsin. The events like this one at Ascension Columbia St. Mary's provide fresh and affordable produce for purchase. Associates also say it's a convenient way to get their fruits and vegetables. Adding to the fun, an Ascension, Wisconsin dietitian pairs up with a chef to show people new and delicious ways to prepare fresh produce.
The goals of the program are to have culinary classes in place for people to get educated and clientele to understand what is what as far as nutritional facts.
The farmers markets and teaching kitchens take place every quarter in multiple Ascension, Wisconsin hospitals. Prepping meals for the holidays? The latest Good Day Ascension podcast brings food knowledge to your table.
Listening to your body is very important. If you don't listen to it, it just becomes a crisis where you don't feel well and then you are in trouble in the hospital. Mindful eating, listening to your body, both of them work together.
Almaz Rufael is a clinical nutrition manager at Ascension Via Christi Hospital in Manhattan, Kansas. She helps patients improve their health and well-being through nutrition education. Almaz has been with Ascension Via Christi for 35 years and focuses on preventing, identifying, and treating malnutrition. Listen to this Good Day Ascension podcast episode and others on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
A new animated video helps associates explore the tools and resources available on the MyCare site.
Whatever fills your cup, Ascension is here to support your well-being in body, mind, and spirit.
From mindfulness to spiritual wellness to Ascension WISA, it's all in one place. In addition to new content, the refreshed site for all things well-being features easy navigation to help you find what you need when you need it.
Meet an Ascension, Wisconsin leader who credits her annual breast cancer screening and her work family with saving her life.
My name is Kristen, and I'm a breast cancer survivor. My first response when my primary care provider called me and told me what the outcome was of the biopsy, I cried.
With triple negative breast cancer in general, they are thought to be more aggressive. So having a plan gives you hope.
My care team was my work family. They kept me in the loop on what certain test results meant, what they were indicating.
It was best that she undergo a comprehensive evaluation and be considered for upfront chemotherapy to allow us to have the best opportunity surgically.
There's a fear. There's a real fear with mammograms that something bad is going to be there. And we have to push through that.
So I encourage every woman, and I encourage every woman to tell their friends and their family to get an annual mammogram.
Kristen continues to do well. She sends a special message of thanks to her care team and her Wisconsin colleagues for taking such great care of her.
In Baltimore, an artist's diagnosis inspires others battling breast cancer. 8 months ago, Robin Rouse was diagnosed with breast cancer. In her struggle to find hope, she created a special painting, Beautiful Words of Encouragement Within a Circle. The artwork is now inspiring other cancer patients at Ascension St. Agnes Hospital. Every breast cancer patient receives a kit that includes a replica card of Robin's painting.
And here's another story of heartfelt gratitude.
Meet John Knox, a Tennessee man who says he owes his life and his youthful energy to his cardiac care team at Ascension St. Thomas. Take a look.
When I first learned that I had congestive heart failure, I was under the assumption I had severe asthma, and it turned out that it was my heart. There were some days when I could function on a semi-normal level, and other days where I couldn't walk 10 feet without having to stop. That's when it really started to get critical. I went to the emergency room where I was introduced to Dr. Chomsky, who just happened to be in Knoxville that particular day. He evaluated me and said, "Go home, pack your clothes and wait for a phone call. We're going to get you a new heart." It's not something that scared me. I was actually quite happy to hear it. When I got to the point physically where I was able to get a new heart, I met with Dr. Babu, who is the chief thoracic and heart surgeon over at St. Thomas. He said, "We're going to put you on the list." I had expected it would take anywhere from 2 or 3 months to a year, maybe longer. 10 days later, I got the phone call that they had a heart for me. It's incredible what those surgeons can do. I feel so much better now. I feel like I'm 15 years younger. Ascension St. Thomas is the model for what a medical institution should be and do. I know it sounds like a commercial, but it's not. It comes from the heart.
Candace, it is incredible to see him playing tennis after a heart transplant.
Absolutely, Rosie, and I love his quick recovery and that he was able to get right back to doing the things that he loves to do.
There's still more Good Day Ascension news coming up.
I actually prayed on this before I started it.
We'll show you an artist's creation aimed at reminding us of God's love. We'll be right back.
My Dell Children's doctor is the best.
Mine too. He fixed my heart.
Dell Children's Medical Center has the most pediatric specialties in Central Texas.
A bazillion doctors and nurses are all super nice.
And the only comprehensive fetal care center in the region.
The most advanced neuroscience program for children.
Always providing the most advanced, compassionate children's care.
Only in Austin. Only at Dell Children's.
The Ascension Kudo Board is a place to share gratitude to others, but sometimes there's much more to the story. Stacy Womack, an occupational therapist at Ascension Genesis Hospital in Michigan, would wear this pair of boots while bathing patients until they were so worn out she had to throw them away. Several of Stacy's colleagues worked together to turn the boots into a planter in the garden near the hospital's physical therapy gym. We hear patients comment on the boots all the time. Now, do you have a story of gratitude to share? Post your content on the Ascension Kudo board today.
Finally today, we head to Alabama, where a lunchtime conversation led to an amazing work of art.
Ever since I was young, when I was about 3 years old, I started drawing and painting, and I've been doing it ever since. This is all self-taught. I say God-taught because I know that I couldn't be doing this on my own. I paint with acrylics, and I do sculpting, I do pyrography, I also work with fluid art. I pretty much paint on anything. I've painted on benches, and I've painted on, furniture and all that, definitely walls. I'm a tray aide here. I take the patients their trays, I take them their breakfast trays, their lunch trays, and I set everything up.
I eat lunch every day in the cafeteria with associates. I walked in one day and her co-workers called me over to the table and said, "You need to look at her artwork."
He said that they were looking for someone to do a mural out here, and he asked if I was interested, and so I just said, of course I was, so that's how it came.
I talked to her around 12:30 on a Tuesday. Wednesday morning, she walked into my office with that. And that's just incredible. I was blown away.
This is the biggest mural that I've ever done. So definitely the dimensions was the hard part. I actually prayed on this before I started it. This is what I was given. They tell the story of Jesus while he was here on earth and his ascension and what he continues to do.
It makes me happy, and it makes everybody that sees it happy. It reminds us of there is a divine power. God's there.
This one's probably my favorite here. This is the first thing that came to me, and it's very special to me.
It's nice to discover hidden talents and be able to use them within the ministry. And we've talked it over. This will be here for years and years and years.
What a blessing. And it has been an absolute blessing for us to spend time with you again. From our families to yours, have a happy holiday season.
And a blessed new year. Take care, be kind, and have a good day, Ascension.